The sun rises over the wildland, casting a golden light across the kingdom. Animals from every corner make their way to Pride Rock, where King Mufasa and Queen Sarabi, the ruling lions, are celebrating the birth of their cub, Simba. All the animals bow to honor their new prince. The scene shifts to Scar, Mufasa's sneaky and jealous brother. He is filled with anger at losing his chance to be king, now that Simba has been born. As time passes, Simba grows into an eager and curious little cub. One morning, he wakes Mufasa so that he can explore the wildland. Mufasa explains that everything in the wildland belongs to them, while anything beyond the borders is off-limit. Simba walks over to Scar, full of questions about what's beyond the wildlands. Scar tells him about a spooky place, the elephant graveyard. Excited and a bit nervous, Simba runs off to find his best friend, Nala, who is splashing around in a bath. Simba and Nala quietly sneak away, while Zazu, Mufasa's assistant, sees them and flaps beside them to keep an eye on them. As they walk, Simba reveals their true plan. They're going to the elephant graveyard. Finally, Simba and Nala head off to explore the mysterious elephant graveyard. While exploring, they encounter a group of sneaky hyenas. When they see Simba, the hyenas get excited about eating him. Suddenly, Zazu appears and warns them that attacking Simba could provoke a big fight with Mufasa. Ignoring him, the hyenas move closer to the cubs, and when Simba tries to roar, it comes out as a weak growl. The hyenas laugh, urging him to try again. Just then, a powerful roar echoes through the air as Mufasa rushes in, scaring off the hyenas. The hyenas quickly run away, and Mufasa takes Simba and Nala back home, scolding Simba for being so reckless. Simba tries to explain, saying he was just trying to be brave like his dad. Mufasa tells Simba that being brave means knowing when it's the right time to be brave, and he was afraid of losing Simba. They both sit together, looking up at the twinkling stars. Meanwhile, the hyenas return to their secret hideout, grumbling about not having enough food. Scar, with a sneaky smile, reveals his plan to kill Mufasa so he can become the ruler of the wildland, promising more food for the hyenas. The next day, Scar takes Simba to a canyon, urging him to practice his roar. Scar then sneaks away and secretly signals the hyenas. Suddenly, a massive herd of wildebeests running down the hill. Scared, Simba races to a tree and climbs up to keep safe. Meanwhile, Scar finds Mufasa and Zazu, telling them Simba is in danger. Mufasa quickly rushes to help his son. Mufasa navigates through the wildebeests to reach Simba. As he climbs up the hill, Scar grabs his paws, and with a mean look, Scar says, "Long live the king," and then pushes Mufasa off the cliff, sending him falling down. Simba watches helplessly as his father falls down to the cliff. He found Mufasa, lying still, and cried for him to wake up. Scar then shows up and blames Simba for Mufasa's death. Scared, Simba asks Scar what to do, and Scar tells him to run away and never return, because he wanted to be the king, and he had mostly succeeded in his plan. With tears in his eyes, Simba runs away, leaving his home behind. Now, Scar announces Mufasa's death to the lionesses, and he pretended to be very sad, and then shockingly announced that Simba had also been killed. After his announcement, Scar proudly takes his place as the new king. Simba wanders alone for miles until he collapses in a hot desert. Luckily, Timon, a funny meerkat, and Pumbaa, a kind warthog, find him and take him in. Living with Timon and Pumbaa is different. Simba learns to enjoy tasty bugs instead of hunting. Over time, he grows into a mighty adult lion. Under Scar's rule, the wildland become a harsh place. Food and resources run out because the hyenas take everything for themselves. Scar even tries to make Sarabi his queen, but she refuses. One night, Nala somehow escaped from there. Timon and Pumbaa were walking in the jungle when a lioness suddenly attacked them. They ran as fast as they could until Simba jumped out and stopped her. But then Simba realized it was his old friend, Nala. Nala was thrilled to see that Simba was alive. They were both happy to see each other again, but Nala quickly told Simba he needed to come home. Simba, feeling guilty about his father's death, refused to go back. Nala became frustrated when Simba kept saying no and left when he wouldn't listen. Surprisingly, as Simba looks up into the clouds, he sees and hears Mufasa's voice while his face is illuminated by lightning. Mufasa knows that Simba has forgotten who he is. He tells Simba to remember that he is the true king. Now realizing his purpose, Simba races after Nala, and Timon and Pumbaa join him. When Simba and his friends reach the wildland, They are shocked by how bad everything looks. Everyone is amazed to see Simba return, and he rushes to his mother. Scar attempts to manipulate Simba into confessing guilt over Mufasa's death, moving closer until Simba slips, hanging dangerously over the edge of rock. Just then, lightning strikes a nearby tree, igniting a fire. The scene is tense and thrilling as the flames grow, and the fight for the Wildland begins. As Scar laughs at Simba, he talks proudly about what he did, unaware that the lionesses can hear him. Filled with anger, Simba jumps on his evil uncle. In that moment, Scar confesses to his terrible crime. Simba runs after Scar, who tries to escape. When Simba catches him, Scar begs Simba for mercy, and he orders him to do the same thing: run away and never return. Scar pretends to agree, but suddenly attacks Simba. They fight fiercely, and Simba pushes him off the cliff, leading to his end. As rain falls over the Wildland, extinguishing the fire, Simba steps up proudly. Finally, he becomes the new Lion King.